Steven is he calls me baby. I do have a cell phone, and
You have a cell phone?
I have his cell phone number. I called him when I was in New York City.
What's your cell phone number?
My cell phone number?
Yeah.
It's 610-666-6969.
You can't say that. You can't say that. It's a sex act.
Here you go, Tim. This one's by Olivia Pancini. Oh, this is just what you said.
Here's a question to Eric.
Yes.
What is it like to be a good man? He doesn't know.
I don't know.
He is not a good man. He's never met one. He's a bad
My
man.
dad, I mean, if you consider my dad, I know one good man. All right. Here's one from Ryan Reevey at Albany. When can we hear an actual Puss Whip Bang Gang album? Tim?
We are working with Rick Rubin and the people at Arista Records. We have a double album planned. It's a conceptual record. And we're going in the studio in July to start recording. It's called, the album is called The Mask, Unmasked. And one album is all about songs dealing with mask imagery and the idea of what it's like to wear a mask quite literally and also figuratively to hide behind certain sort of elements. And then the second album is called Unmasked, and it's about what it's like to literally reveal the mask, show who you are, be true to yourself. And we're very excited about the record. It's all instrumental, and we're having fun writing that music. It's very jazz-oriented. I don't know, I've not run a lot of that by you yet, but we'll talk about
Almost
that.
any of it.
Boy, I'm sorry about that. I will talk to you about Masked Unmasked because we're doing some personnel changes and have a relationship with Herbie Hancock, and he's going to be playing on it. It's going to be me and him.
And me.
And you on some tracks. Well.
It's just probably not the best time to get into that right now.
Well, you asked the question. I was trying to be honest about the answer and know that there's a lot of people
I got
interested.
a lot of Squidbilly shit all around me, stuff all around me. And it's hard to concentrate on your questions when I got that grandma looking at me.
This is a cool question from Patrick Gorman Pettis. Pettis, P-E-T-T-I-S. Eric, if you guys were Jedi, would you be on the light or the dark side of the... I didn't know you were going to put Star Wars questions in this. Who said it? I didn't... Because he put, if you guys were Jedi, would you be on the light or dark side of the Force? We got an exciting piece of news. Eric and I are going to be starting production on our very, very own Star Wars-related sketch comedy show. We're going to be using little puppets that we've designed to represent the different characters and little action figures and whatnots, and they're all going to be acting out scenes from some of the classic Star Wars sketches that you might be familiar with. We're still working on titles. We think we're going to be calling it Star Snores, and it's going to be just a rip-off of Star Wars and also Seinfeld as a joke. People are going to be freaking out for that stuff.
Hey, I'm Eric Warehunch with Adult Swim. Come check out the new Squidbillies on Adult Swim. It's got a lot of good spoofs and goose. It's funny stuff. It's animated. I know some of the guys personally. We even have some of their emails. Steve Wilson email. I'm happy to give it to you. $5. It's accepting pitches for shows. Anything you need.
Well, let me ask you a question here. We got a couple questions here.
Now you got a mic for that whole thing.
A couple more questions. How much, okay, Tim, dear Eric, are there any wacky road stories you could share with from your whirlwind comedy tour of the Midwest? I mean, what the heck? I mean, where do these people come up with this funny stuff? And it's actually funny because that's a great intro to a story you were going to tell.
Yeah.
I have one story about one of our tours. We toured with David Liebehart, and he ate a cactus fruit. What was that called?
Prickly pear.
Prickly pear. And he asked, you cut a prickly pear off someone's yard, asked everyone if you want a prickly pear. We said, absolutely not, don't eat that. He cut it open, ate it. 5 minutes later, he was in the bathroom screaming, and he was saying, I'm throwing up out of my butt. I'm throwing up out of my butt. And a real man was doing diarrhea and throwing up in the bus. And it was gnarly.
We have one rule on the bus, and it's generally no two, only one in the toilet. And that was broken within the first couple days.
Hey, anyone remember Assy McGee? I do. Hey, everyone, I know Assy McGee didn't make it to DVD. Sorry, Matt Harrigan. But you can still check it out on iTunes. It's probably digital somewhere.
This could be a funny goof. This could be a funny goof where I pretend that I'm actually wiping your ass with tissue. And that's what everybody loves. That kind of humor. So, let's straighten things up here.
Lots of cool shit all over this office.
And a couple more questions, why not? Is everybody enjoying themselves listening to this? I think so. We'll check my...
Anyone want to know any secrets about Seth Green?
Well, if you want to find out about Seth Green, just write him a note. It's seth.green, the color green, at sethgreen.biz. And you can, he gets back to you pretty much right away.
Yeah. I also, if you want to write us, we have a lot of pictures of Venture Brother guys nude. I'm talking dong, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Close-ups.
I'm talking not the size of shame. If you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking, I can't even do this. Sorry, bad.
Well, there's just a lot of questions that don't deserve to be read. Just a lot of arrogance, a lot of ignorance, a lot of hypocrisy. Tim and Eric, I'll throw this one over to you. Did you purposefully try to keep the $1 billion movie more accessible for a wider audience, at least compared to your more esoteric Awesome Show stuff?
Great question. Who's that from?
That's from Tim Heidecker.
Tim Heidecker.
What? Oh yeah, I answered one. I did go on this Q&A site. No, it's actually from Jordan Schleif.
Jordan, that's a great question.
From the University of Oklahoma. What the heck is an Oklahoma? Oklahoma. What is this word? Read that word. Oklahoma.
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 Oklahoma?
It's like a city called Oklahoma.
Can we get someone to look that up?
Anyone know what that is?
Oklahoma? Oklahoma? Oklahoma?
No, it's a K. It's not Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
From the University of Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
No.
You probably do a quick Wikipedia search. Are you guys online here? We must be streaming.
Can we get
Oklahoma?
just access to the web and just someone type in OKLAHOMA? So I guess it's pronounced Oklahoma. Do we have any idea what that is? It's a state. It's one of the states. United States.
Hello? Hey, man. It's the Venture Brother guys. Oh, you're watching? You're okay with showing your dong?
Ah.
Okay, text it to me and I'll put it up to the camera. Are you sure it's okay? Because it's going out to a lot of children. Okay, I'll see if they're cool with it. He says it's fine.
This is a question from Tim Barrett, good friend of mine, from a place called American River. Hey, Tim, thanks for jumping online.
What's up, Tim?
It's why are you both so unfunny? Shit. Shoot.
Busted on that one.
Tim, what'd you do that for, man?
We're having a really cool Q&A and just feeling the whole Atlanta vibe down here.
Barrett, you blew it, bud. I mean, it's like, what the hell? Out of nowhere. Sideswipe me. I'll never forget it, Barrett. You're dead to me. Go suck an egg.
Well, I'd just like to take this time to thank you, Tim, for all the cool answers and the insight into the Tim and Eric's $1 Billion Movie, an awesome show, and Tom Goes to the Mayor, and check it out.
Well, I also want to thank the audience, the Tim and Eric fan base, specifically the core audience, and more generally the Adult Swim fan base and the support that they provide through the variety of shows that this wonderful network has created over the years, and the support that has existed alongside the online community and the people that check it out on the TV show when they're watching TV on home. And they're supporting the products, they're supporting the shows, their purchasing power really makes a difference. And I just want to say that it's important that we acknowledge it and that our core fan base is able to access the material that they have, that they're able to really zone in on it and become part of the online fan community and make a difference really when it comes to the levels of their appreciation. And if that's all it takes, and that's what people need to do, they get online and they support it.
Tim, well said. I also want to put a big shout out. Tim and Eric are going to be at Reckless Records today at 6 o'clock. Can you imagine meeting us live? What's that? Criminal Records. Hey, let's take it to Eric Wareheim here for Tim and Eric. Can you imagine going to Criminal Records in Atlanta? Forgot what city I was in because I got the P on the mind. Cat.
Why is a horse when it's green? Says John Golden Metrogren from Chicago, Illinois. Let's
do a fade out, or should we slowly walk out?
Thanks again for joining us on this wonderful Q&A. You can download this episode directly live on iTunes. Simply type in Tim and Eric's $1 Billion Questionnaire on Adult Swim, and then you can access a limited edition, a free copy of our film. If you just access that and provide the code that's provided on this web stream, you can get a free copy of our movie right now and own it forever. Just put in the code.
Let's make it go viral. Let's go onto the BuzzFeed. I'm talking Video Gum. Can you imagine the hits?
I mean, listen, I'm telling you right now, jump online, go on to iTunes, put in the code, get the movie for free. It's a one-time offer. The code is the key. You get in through using the code. So just look on the bottom of the screen here. You'll see it. Copy it down. Write it down. Jump on over to iTunes.biz. Get online and access the movie. You'll also get a free copy of a new movie coming out called This Means War, which is a very funny, sort of like a romantic comedy, perfect for Valentine's Day. Everyone's going to love that film. 2 movies for the price of 0. That's right. Just put in the code. Put in the code now. Access the code.
Put in the code.
Put in the code now.